It's Ryan Exile here. Right, we're doing a weekly Running Secrets video, which I haven't done for quite a while. So, GG on the old weekly update, eh? Right then, so let's start it off, shall we? Right, at the very top, we've got Nemesis, a perk that I think is very, very fun to use and very useful in different builds with different killers. All that happens is when you get stunned by a pallet, that survivor that stunned you will become the obsession if there wasn't already. You'll also be able to see that the aura for 4 seconds, and the survivor that stunned you will also get the ability stays effect. So like red stain will disappear and stuff like that. It'll become that little bit easier to mind game them, or make them think you're mind gaming and do something completely different. Anyway, really good, really fun. Self-care. Self-care is a perk that a lot of people pick up very early on from Claudette. So you probably already got it. If you haven't read it, is it really worth it? I don't think so. It allows you to heal yourself up at half speed. Self-care can encourage you to do it at the wrong times, in the wrong place, in the wrong situations. So it can pick up some very bad habits along the way if you do use it. Using the right way, we have a few perks to help buff its very mediocre ability up a little bit, such as botany knowledge. It can become useful, but is like using 2 perks for 1 situation worth it? I don't think so. Self-care for me is not a perk that I'd really recommend. Streetwise is next, another perk I wouldn't really recommend. All it does is it decreases the consumption rate of your item by 15% at base, and probably goes about 25 or something like that, I think, at level 3. Anyway, Streetwise has its uses. If you want to do like a specific item build, or like you got a flashlight and you want to keep it as long as you possibly can, Streetwise can help. Just keep that a little bit longer. You might get like 1 or 2 maybe extra saves from it, maybe, depending on the add-ons you use. But having a perk just for that, for me, it's not that useful. And it's a perk that's not particularly that fun. Like other perks that are less useful, at least you can say they have fun gameplay elements to them. This by itself, it just increases your use of your items, really. So for me, no. Next up, and finally, is Surge. Surge is like an anti-generator perk when you down somebody with your base M1 attack, so it's not with a killer's ability, or a killer's offensive ability, I should say. You will start regressing a generator. It'll blow up, it'll incur a little bit of aggression penalty, so basically like 8%. So the generator progress, I think it's 8% for all of them actually. It'll decrease by 8% and it'll start regressing at a normal 100% rate, as if you kicked it. Surge is fun, it's useful, but it's kind of outweighed by other gen regression or gen slowing perks. So I think it's probably, out of the 2 killer perks, I think it's I think Surge has more uses than Nemesis, but Nemesis is probably a little bit more fun to unlock. Take that as you will. Surge has its uses. I use it fairly often. If I'm going to run a gen regression perk, because I hate the idea of them in general, because I don't think the game should be based around perks helping to counteract an objective as such, especially a boring objective like generators. I find Surge to be the better of the bunch, because at least you get rewarded for when you down somebody straight away. It's like bang, and then you're getting something from it. I think the cooldown's a little bit too big for Surge though, sadly. At base 60 seconds for you downing somebody, it's a little bit excessive. I think it knocks down to like 40 seconds, I think, at level 3, but even that, just too long. It's just too long. Anyway, that's the perks in Shiny Secrets. So it's to pick one on either side. Personally, I think I said the other one at first, but for killers I would probably pick Surge. Thinking about it, if it was me, I'd take Surge because I think it has more uses. Oh yeah, and if there's to pick one perk from the survivor side, I'll probably take self-care. If I'm being honest, I would probably take self-care, which while Streetwise does a job, at least self-care does a very specific job in the way it kind of opens up an entire new avenue for you, basically. Streetwise doesn't, so I'd pick those two.